Hi everybody and welcome to A plus Algos. Today I'm going to show you how to get started, how to install the market robots or the Algos to start trading for you. It's a very simple process. Just follow the steps in this video and you should be good to go. The process is the same for all our products, so it doesn't matter which one you bought. Today we're going to be using the Nasdaq M3 as an example, but if you bought any other product, the steps are exactly the same. So just follow along, it should be all good. So once you have bought a product, you will receive an email with a folder. The folder will always contain at least 3 files, maybe more depending on how many products you bought, but it should always contain a indicator file, which is named Indi or indicator, and it should also contain the main strategy file, which is the algo or the market robot. We also include a kind of easy to use Excel sheet as a tool to help you calculate some stuff and maybe play around with some numbers. Just remember that it should not be seen as any kind of recommendation or financial advice on how to set up your algos. So always make sure to use your own judgment and always make sure that this is just a tool that can help you kind of figure out how you want to run your algos. So once you got this far, you need to open the Pro real-time software, where trading happens, where you actually upload your algos and where it executes trades for you. You find that at your account on IG. And if it's the first time you use Pro Real Time, just go to settings and choose activate Pro Real Time. I think it's a 2-step process, so it shouldn't be too hard, and then open the software. Once you opened it, you should have something that looks pretty much like this. And then it's about finding the right market where you're going to run your algos. All the information should be or will be in your email, so you don't have to do any research or look up where to go. And in this case, with the Nasdaq M3, it runs on a chart called the US Tech 100. So just go to this search tab here, and I have it up front, but if you don't have it, just search for US Tech, and it should come up, US Tech 100 cash and €1 contracts. Click that one, and you will get a chart that looks something like this. It might have other indicators, it might have other lines like this. It doesn't affect the trading in any way, so if you want to leave them there, it's totally fine, or if you want to remove them, you can do that as well, but it doesn't really matter. So do whatever works for you the best. Next step is to go to the right time frame. That info is also included in the email, but as the name suggests also, you can get a hint. M3 stands for 3-minute time frame, which is the time frame you will be running this algo on. So click on this tab and choose the right time frame, and then go to indicators and choose import. I have a drag and drop system. I've seen others have like a folder system, but just go into the folders, find the right file, and if you have a drag and drop system, it's very easy. You start with the indicator file, just drag it in here. It says that it was successfully imported. Close that one. Do the same process, but do it with the strategy file. And that was also successfully imported. Great. So now your strategy is imported into the software, and we are ready to begin. And this is also where the Excel file come into play. If you want to use that, it can be quite helpful. It looks something like this. We are a Swedish-based company, so we have the SEK krona as default. But for our customers abroad, just use the Euro tab or the US dollar tab. It's pretty much the same with some minor differences. let's just pick some numbers on random here to see what kind of changes and how we're gonna import this into the algo. All the blue files or the blue cells are the one that you should be changing numbers in. Let's say your starting capital is, let's just say 53,000 Swedish crowns. You can change the exchange rate here. It's not super important. It's not like it needs to be on a decimal. This is just an average kind of way to get the right number. So don't worry if you don't have like the exact exchange rate for the day. It just needs to be somewhere in the ballpark. You change that and then you put in what kind of risk you want to be taking per algo, and it's risk per trade based on the capital. So I think 2% is good for me. And again, just use your own judgment when it comes to the risk settings, what you feel comfortable with. I feel comfortable with this, and then we get a couple of numbers here, which we can then adapt into the algo. So we come back to this tab, and if you close this down, it's just over here on indicators. You click on backtesting and automatic trading, and then you find the file that you have imported, the Nasdaq M3. You click modify, and it looks like this. And here you can actually change some stuff.Maybe you want to backtest the algo. Maybe you want to see what happens if we have higher spread, or you have another starting capital. You can do a couple of things in here. You can change the stop loss settings if you want to. But the main thing to change why we used the Excel sheet is to get these numbers. So initial capital based on what we put in here, 4538. Let's just change that, 4538. And base capital for one contract, 5250. 5250. This particular algo has a automatic scaling system, and why you put these inputs in is to have kind of a base on how big of a contract are we starting with. Is it one contract, two, is it 0.5, and so on. And when it scales, it will calculate how much the portfolio grows or falls in value, and then adjust the size of your position. Once you have changed everything you want to change, you click on automatic trading. You just double check that it's the 3-minute time frame. You double check that we are on the right chart, the US Tech 100, and we click on prepare for automatic trading. Then this tab should appear, and this is the final step to get it going. You have everything here. You have adjusted the code. You just press start, and you get up this tab. Here you can put in the max amount of positions you want. Since it will be scaling, the positions will hopefully get bigger as the portfolio grows, but you might want to have a max so you have some kind of risk control to not let it go too far without you checking what's going on. And so just use lost internet connection. Let's see if it comes back. All right, so we're back again. Great. That's good to see how it works in real life. Let's start this again. Just make sure you use a number that works for you. Let's say 5 contracts is the max. It won't open 5 contracts from the start. It will open based on the other inputs, but this is the max it will ever open if the portfolio scales to that size. Click readjust stops and click activate trading system. There we go. Now your algo is up and running, and you can just sit back and relax and let the algo do all the the hard work. Once it gets going, get some orders in, you can also check the statistics and see how the algo is performing by clicking this little tab, and you get, right, let's see if it comes into frame. You get some info that looks like this. Right now, obviously, we have no trades since we just started it, but here you will have kind of a good situation to looking at how many winning trades and gain to loss ratio and so on. And you can also customize this to your liking to see how it performs. So that's pretty much it. If you have other algos, just repeat the process, import the indicator, import the strategy file, change the settings you want, and get it going. And as usual, if you have any feedback, any questions, anything, please feel free to reach out to us and come with suggestions or feedback or anything you want to know. Thank you for watching.